Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. APW Sports signing in. And the Bears have made some roster moves with two cuts that we can kind of say were kind of expected. And that is that the Bears have released safety Eddie Jackson and the Bears have released guard Cody Whitehair. Now, before I get into that, I just want to give you guys an announcement. I will be bringing back the Chicago Bears weekly episodes starting February 19th. That is Monday, February 19th. And I'm going to give you guys a bit of a spoiler alert now. The episode will be about my opinions on the Caleb Williams versus Justin Fields debate. So don't miss out on it. Make sure you click the sub button. Make sure you like this video. Turn the notification bell on. That will be dropping. Season 8 of Chicago Bears Weekly will be dropping Monday, February 19th. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. But we're going to get into this Bears news that they cut Cody Whitehair and Eddie Jackson. Both players' play have kind of diminished over the past couple of seasons. Both players have been in and out of the lineup due to injury. Both players have been ineffective at times. And both players carried a big number against the Bears' salary cap. Now, the first one I am going to get into is Cody Whitehair, who ended up signing a 5-year contract extension worth $52.5 million with $27.5 million guaranteed before the 2019 season. So he was going into that last year of his deal, and he has been in and out of the lineup, to be honest. And since the 2020 year, he has been a bit ineffective as he's been in and out. He's been moved to guard to center at points. He's been out of the lineup completely at points. And this year, he was out of the lineup for a majority of it, with a guy like Tevin Jenkins moving to left guard. Lucas Patrick kind of solidifying a little bit of that spot at center. And when Cody Whitehair was in, he had some struggles on this Bears offensive line. So that cut was kind of expected. The Bears drafted Cody Whitehair in 2016 with the second round pick, 56 overall. He ended up making a Pro Bowl in that 2018 year, which both of these players were big integral parts of that 2018 team. And the 2016 draft that Cody Whitehair was a part of was a big part of the Bears going 12-4 in that 2018 season. Now let's transition over to Eddie Jackson being released by the Bears. And this one was also kind of expected as well. Eddie Jackson, this year his play wasn't necessarily the best, and he also missed time due to injury over the last 3 years. 14 games in 2021. He missed a big chunk of time. He only played 12 games in 2022. He ended up suffering that CJ and Frank injury, and he had some injury issues in 2023. So Eddie Jackson was one of those players when he first came to the Chicago Bears. He was all over the football field. He scored 5 defensive touchdowns in his first 2 years, including 2 in a 17-3 victory in 2017 with the interception and a fumble return. And in 2018 was his best season in the league, making a first-team All-Pro, being a Pro Bowler. And I think his presence in that 2018 playoff game against the Philadelphia Eagles was greatly missed because he ended up being out of that game with an ankle injury. So I think his presence in that game could have made a difference between the Bears winning that game and losing that game. But that's past history. He was a 2-time Pro Bowler in that 18 season, and he returned and made the Pro Bowl in 2019. In 2020, he missed some time due to COVID. And in 2021, he missed time. Every year he has missed time. 2022, we really thought Eddie Jackson was starting to get back into his old form. He had 4 interceptions, and then he ended up being out with that injury. And in 2023, he had an interception against the Browns. But outside of that, his play has kind of diminished. His effectiveness has kind of diminished. And the contract that he signed, which was a 4-year, $58 million extension that made him the highest paid safety at the time in 2020, it was just not worth the Bears paying that. And the move to get rid of Whitehair and Eddie Jackson saves the Chicago Bears $32 million against the cap. Now, personally, I said that this was going to happen. I felt that this was going to happen with both of these players. It's interesting to see what the Bears are going to do at each position. Get some depth, I think, on the offensive line. You still got some holes to address, I think, with the center and the guard position, with the Nate Davis being thing. So I think they had some issues to address in the offensive line. And as far as the Bears at the safety position, it is interesting to see what they're going to do in free agency there, with Jaquan Brisker starting to really come into his own and become a very good player on his defense. It's interesting to see what the Bears are going to do. Who are they going to pair him next to? Are they going to get somebody in this draft? Which I am not going to lie, I don't know who could be in a safety position in this draft. I haven't done really a ton of research in free agency either. So it's interesting to see where the Bears are going to go with the direction with both of these two players who we all as fans kind of felt that this was going to happen. Is this the last thing? Who knows? Because at the end of the day, the Bears roster still needs a bit of work done. Not as much as before, but at the end of the day, with these two moves, the work is starting to begin. There could be more cuts, and I'm anticipating them being more cuts, to be honest, if the Bears want to reshape this roster to make it into a playoff roster during the 2024 NFL season. And, of course, we all know the debate of the Caleb Williams and Justin Fields thing. I already told you guys at the beginning I would talk about that in the late Chicago Bear episode. So, those moves with Eddie Jackson, Cody Whitehair, expected, both, and effective, both costing a good amount against the salary cap, which the Bears are trying to free up to get better talent and get more help and consistent help to help this Bears team complete the rebuild that started after the 2021 season. But hey, this is all I got. Leave you guys' thoughts on the move down below, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.